Surah Al Adiyat, or the aggressive angels. Chapter 100 of the Quran is called Surah Al Adiyat, or the chargers. It is a relatively short chapter consisting of 11 verses. Here is a brief explanation of the verses in this chapter. Verse 1. By swear the transgressors, angels, snorting in the morning. This verse begins with an oath, swearing by the charging angels that are concealing to dash during assigned mission. In Arabic, the word adiyat refers to aggressive angels that are swift and powerful, execute assigned tasks with great force and power. The mention of these angels symbolizes the intensity and ferocity of performing tasks. This verse refers to angels that are aggressive in their assignments and assigned missions, specifically highlighting their swift and powerful nature. It serves as a reminder of the blessings and capabilities bestowed upon these creatures by Almighty Allah. Verses 2. So they conceal to dash. In this verse, it describes how these aggressive angels hide their intentions before they dash into mission assigned by Almighty Allah. The word yakadu in Arabic means to conceal or to hide. The angels seem to hold back intentions, concealing their orders by Almighty Allah and readiness to dash forward. Verses 3. So they are alteration at dawn. This verse further elaborates on the behavior of the aggressive angels. The phrase, they are alteration at dawn, can be understood as the angels being stimulated up and in a state of commotion as the day breaks. They are eager and restless, ready to execute assigned and ordered mission as soon as the opportunity arises. Verses 4. So they rise with shouting in the air. This verse describes one of the consequences of the aggressive angels' actions during their missions. As they rush forward with great speed and force, they execute their magnificent assigned mission. This imagery emphasizes the intensity and ferocity of the assigned mission scene, with aggressive and quickness nature of the angels' execution of their assigned tasks. Verses 5. So they arrive with orders at the center of assigned tasks collectively. Verse 5. In this verse, it describes how the aggressive angels, along with their assigned orders, collectively arrive at the center of the assigned mission site. Despite the chaos and confusion of the situation, the angels, along with their orders, are united in their purpose and direction, rushing together towards the heart and center of the assigned missions. Note, please try to understand and distinguish it between divine domain and human domain. Here, angels belong to divine domain and horses belong to human. Here, in this Surah Al Adiyat, divine domain is being considered. Reference to Surah Al Naziyat, 79:1-5, verses from 1 to 5. The same scenario is being discussed here and there in Surah Al Naziyat. We are attaching of Surah Al Naziyat, 79:1-5 reference with little explanation at the end of this chapter of the Quran. Verses 6, 7. Indeed, mankind to his Lord is ungrateful, and indeed, he is to that a witness. Verses 6, 7. Indeed, mankind to his Lord is ungrateful, and indeed, he is to that a witness. These verses shift the focus from the aggressive angels to humankind. They highlight the tendency of human beings to be ungrateful to Allah for his blessings and provisions. It emphasizes that humans witness and acknowledge their ingratitude and their failure to fully appreciate the favors bestowed upon them. Verses 8, 9, and indeed he is, in love of wealth, intense. But does he not know that when the contents of the graves are scattered? These verses address the human inclination towards excessive love for wealth and material possessions. It questions whether individuals realize that, despite their intense pursuit of wealth, they will eventually leave it all behind when they pass away and their graves are disturbed. Verses 10, 11, and that within the breasts is obtained. Indeed, their Lord with them that day is fully acquainted. These verses highlight that on the day of judgment, the true nature of individuals' hearts and intentions will be exposed and known to Allah. It emphasizes that Allah is fully aware of what lies within the hearts of people and will hold them accountable for their thoughts, intentions, and actions. Surah Al Adiyat serves as a reminder of the power and blessings bestowed upon angels and draws attention to human tendencies, such as ingratitude and excessive love for wealth. It underscores the need for individuals to reflect on their actions and priorities, recognizing the transient nature of worldly possessions and focusing on their relationship with Allah. Surah Al Adiyat is the 79th chapter of the Quran, and verses 1. 5 of this surah are as follows. By those angels who extract with violence, and by those who remove with ease, and by those who glide as if swimming, and those who race each other in a race, and those who arrange each matter. Quran 79, 1, 5.